Good. Yeah, that's what I told you yesterday. There are bear boxes here. It's 7 o'clock on Saturday, July 1st, 2023. We just started from our camp last night, which is about 1/5 of a mile below Soldier Lake. And we're going to keep going up from Soldier Lake to Upper Soldier Lake, then go up that canyon to connect with the Mount Langley trail. Then we'll try to summit Mount Langley and then come back down. Wish everything will work out well. This is Soldier Lake. The snow on this north-facing slope is still solid, a little bit on the icy side. We'll stay on the right to climb a little bit to get to Upper Soldier Lake, just so that we don't have to deal with the marshland. But actually, I think most of the marshland is still covered in snow too. But we're trying to avoid getting us into a soft, muddy marshland as we did briefly yesterday. We just put on our crampons between Lower Soldier Lake and Upper Soldier Lake. As the terrain gets a little bit steeper, we'll traverse here and then find a safe spot to cross the creek to get to the north side of the creek, and then climb up to the north side of Upper Soldier Lake. And that area is quite flat, and we'll take you from there. That's Soldier Lake down there. We're climbing up along the creek, going up. Up there, that's Upper Soldier Lake. Lace, Stephen, and E are ahead. This is a winter mountaineering terrain. This is the Upper Soldier Lake area. The lake is down there. It's all buried deep in the snow. It's frozen. We are walking through this snowfield. Everything but trees and some big boulders is buried in snow. Mount Langley. Oops, I stepped on a snow sun cap. Mount Langley is up there. We're going to take the route on the right side, get up to the saddle, and then follow the trail to get to Mount Langley. Here's our buddies. It's a snow wonderland. After the snow melts, this area is marshland, usually, but this is not the usual year. It's buried in probably 3 to 6 feet of snow, with 1 to 2 feet deep of sun caps everywhere. We're going to take the kind of like a bowl shaped route there to get up to the saddle to connect with the Mount Langley trail. Sun cap field. It's fun, right, Liz? A small pocket of marshland is visible in this area because the snow melt uphill flows down in this area. I think this place is lower, so the water just flows in this area and then just creates air pockets, and then the snow melts faster. You can see some low grass there. See? The grass is going to grow really well this summer, but their growth time or season is going to be very short. See the snow there? It's probably 4, 5, 6 feet of snow. That's Upper Soldier Lake there. Looks like it's mostly frozen. On the edges there may be a little bit of crack where you can probably get water from. Look at this field, marshland, full of deep sun cups. And here we're having more fun. Sun cup field on a slope. Sun cup field on a slope. That's Upper Soldier Lake. I'm almost on the top of this bowl. Lower Soldier Lake is further down there to the north side, on the right side. There are a few other beautiful lakes. And in the far background is the peaks in Sequoia National Park. I think that area is called the Western Divide. Look at this. That's the top. I thought I was close to the top of the, I call it glacier for this record snow year. But actually once I got to the top over there, there's a lot more to go. Up here, the incline is very gradual, but there's still more to go. Once I get over there, I'm not sure if there's more snow field to walk through. Most likely there is. We'll find out. We can see Cirque Peak to the south of us. New Army Pass and the old Army Passes are in between. The trail is very close. Trail comes over here and it goes over there. So I think we're just going to go straight up the snowfield to get to the ridge. Look at the snow-capped peaks in Sequoia National Park. It's the Great Western Divide and the Kern River Canyon down there. And get closer in the Upper Soldier Lake area. It's part of the Mitre Basin. Again, Cirque Peak, New Army Pass, Old Army Pass. We got to the top of the snowfield. I just took my crampons off and I'm going to take a left side to get to the ridge. From there, it's a straight walk up to Mount Langley summit. We're on the ridge to get up to Mount Langley. From here we have a very good view of Upper Soldier Lake. It's right there. It's mostly frozen. You walk down following the trees and you get to Soldier Lake. You can see a body of water there. We camped a little bit below the Lower Soldier Lake, and this morning we kind of just traversed the southeast side of the Lower Soldier Lake to come up this way. There's snow everywhere, still a lot of snow. I called the bowl that we came up in the glacier. It definitely looks like a glacier at this time of the year, or at this time only this year. Whoever did the trail maintenance job along the ridge going up to Mount Langley did a phenomenal job by putting up numerous cairns like this. Can you imagine they moved these big rocks to put them at the bottom? As they built the cairn higher, the rocks became smaller and smaller. And up there, I can see two right next to each other. Up there. There you go. We got to really thank the trail maintenance crew. This is Cottonwood Lakes area from the southwest ridge to Mount Langley. The dark colored areas are lakes. There's a lot of snow. Cirque Peak there. New Army Pass comes up from there. Old Army Pass comes up from the low point right there. I can imagine there is still tons of snow on the northeast facing side of both New Army Pass and Old Army Pass. I didn't even dare to come up from that route or those routes. We're approaching the summit proper of Mount Langley. Stephen and E are already here. You can see there are tons of boulders here. Liz is just behind us, maybe like 4 minutes. This is the general terrain of this area. Summit register boxes here. There we go. Lone Pine Peak. Somewhere to our right behind us, we have Mount Mallory, Mount Irvine, quite a few other peaks here in this area. Big Mitre Basin there. Muir Peak, Mount Whitney there. If our plan goes well, we should be at the summit of Mount Whitney in 2 days. That would be July the 3rd, 2023, being a Monday. Today is Saturday, July the 1st, 2023. That's a Lone Pine Peak going up there. Irvine Mallory is a little bit behind us. We may be able to see a tiny bit of it. And then Mount Corcoran is there. McKinney there. Mount Muir there. Mount Whitney's there. And to the west side of this crest is the Mitre Basin over there. All the lakes are still frozen. And oh, look at all this beautiful snow-capped peaks. And looking towards the southwest, That's uh, Olancha Peak, I believe. There's still some snow there. That's the southeast facing side of Mount Langley. There's still a lot of snow there. We came down from there with the rocks, and we traversed to the right side where there's no snow. We're going to keep going down on the left side, and we'll go to Cirque Peak. As E is walking towards the snow, and if she can fly, she'll fly into the clouds. Look at that big cornice there. On this side, it doesn't look as dramatic as it actually is. If you're on top of it, even if you're like 10 feet away, you can probably cause the cornice to collapse. This is Old Army Pass. As you can see down there, lakes 4 and 5 are down there. You come up here, you take a bunch of switchbacks to get to there, and then you traverse the section, and this is where it's most difficult. That section is steep. When there's snow, it could be very dangerous. This is another and closer view of Old Army Pass. You take some switchbacks to the far left and then traverse that section. It's very steep. You can see the snow, solid snow there. And then from that spot, you need to climb up. There's a small ridge there. It's on the other side. It's very steep. I cannot see how much snow's there, but I can only imagine that there's a lot. And then on top there, you can see the cornice is there, but once you get there, you may be able to get up on the left side of where the rocks are. Cottonwood Lake 4, 5, 3. You can see 4 and 5 are still mostly frozen. The ice chunks, they look like icebergs floating in the ocean. With the temperatures being this high, I think the ice will melt really fast. Yeah, this is a sign right after you come up Old Army Pass. This is the trail, but unfortunately it's impassable at this time. This is the top of a new Army Pass. There's a big field of snow of anywhere between 2 and 4 feet. And then if you look at the pass over there, there's a huge cornices right on the edge. I don't think it's passable, even though it's called a pass at this time of the year, particularly this time of 2023. We're going to keep going around this edge to get to Cirque Peak, which is there. After that, we'll backtrack a little bit and then take the Army Pass trail down on the west side to get back to Lower Soldier Lake, where we camped last night. We may camp there again tonight. Looking towards the east from New Army Pass. This is a seasonal pond formed by water from a snow melt down there. Long Lake, Lake 3, Lake 2. Earlier when we were on top of Old Army Pass, we were able to see lakes 4 and 5, which are still mostly frozen. I like hiking from a New Army Pass to Cirque Peak because we have these rocks which are fairly flat. You can easily walk on them without any difficulties. Finally, we are at Cirque Peak. Here we have a full view of New Army Pass. As you can see, right at the edge, there's a steep wall of snow or ice, or some people may call it cornice. It's definitely not safe to go up there. There are switchbacks going up, and I take you up to New Army Pass. This is not the time of the year, of this year, to go up there. It probably won't be safe for at least another month or so. And we came from Mount Langley up there. After we summited Cirque Peak behind the ridge line, we just came straight down on the slope facing west, and then we crossed a little bit to the north side, came down this ridge to follow this rock line without the snow